want to see where I born.
My goal is that we go together.
I don't think so. I can't handle it.
My parents never really wanted to return to our family's trauma, but I needed us to. How can I identify with roots that we were forced to cut off? Do I, as a Mexican, Palestinian American, belong anywhere?
That was a clip from Traces of Home, a documentary by local filmmaker Colette Ghunim, who joins us here today. Colette, thanks for joining us here.
Thank you for having me.
Good morning. So tell us about Traces of Home.
So I started this film at the end of 2016, and I'm half Mexican and half Palestinian, and both of my parents were forced out of their homes when they were children. My mother is a survivor of domestic violence, and my father escaped from the ethnic cleansing in Palestine. So both of their homes they were escaped from, and they never returned since they were children. So in Traces of Home, we're going back to try to find their homes in Mexico and Palestine.
I think something we all love to do is to find those roots, to travel maybe where our ancestors or our people before us traveled. And that's important to you, and but maybe not so much to your father.
Yes, he was not excited to go back. It's very hard to go back to a place where, yeah, your home is no longer there for you to have. So it was very, very emotional.
As a Mexican Palestinian, why do you feel like it's so important that you tell your story, especially right now with everything that's going on in our country?
Well, yes, we decided to do this after the election because we knew that it was very important to tell the realities of Arabs and Latinos in the U.S., that it's not just criminals and terrorists that are coming here, but that people have reasons that they left their homes. And my parents are one of these stories of millions. So this is why we're like, we have to make this now.
Talk about that experience of going back and what it was like, because your father's kind of done a 180 on this, right?
Yeah, now he wants to go every year. It's true. Yeah, it was an amazing experience for him because he was just completely embraced by complete strangers while he was there. And he actually did end up finding his home as well, and 7 people came with us to try to find the house.
Wow.
So it was like he had returned home, and even though I felt disconnected because it didn't feel like I was from there, but for him it was like, yeah, he had returned. It was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah. What have you learned? As you grow into adulthood, you realize my parents are just like me. They have the same fears and the same issues, and they're growing into their own as well. So seeing your parents do that and come full circle, how did that affect you?
Well, it's definitely interesting to see that your parents,
they're human.
Right, and getting to this vulnerable state and having them share their stories like this has really showed a lot of courage, and I'm just so grateful for them to do this.
You've been able to make kind of half the film. Now you got to go to Mexico, and you need some help from folks, right?
Yes. So we have a Kickstarter campaign that's running right now. We are 45% funded, so we have 16 days left. So we're trying to go to Mexico by January and then finish the film during the election, 2020.
Oh, yes. That'll be a time everyone is pinned into that sort of stuff. It sounds great, and I cannot wait to see the finished product.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here. For more information on Traces of Home or to donate, head over to Kickstarter.com and search Traces of Home, if nonetheless, just to see what it's about and what she's working on.